Hey guys, I've been debating on doing a video or not about this fight, but it's just I like this fight so much, man, that I have to make a video. It's addressing a couple things about the Ortiz versus Lopez fight. I mean, definitely fight of the year so far in my eyes. That's my opinion. Um, I mean, wow. Going into this fight, I thought that it was going to be like a 3-4 round fight, with Ortiz probably just knocking this guy out. Um, I ba- I thought that would be the outcome just because I didn't know what Lopez's reaction to pressure and Lopez how would Lopez react to the fight. It's one thing to say you want to fight, and then the day of the fight when you get there, and you get punched or um, something happens, you get nervous, you doubt yourself, you break under pressure. And most fighters that have never been in that elite top fight, time and time again, under the lights they fold. And I thought that that's how he would react. As soon as he got under the lights and he noticed where he was, and knowing that this was the fight of his life, I thought that he might be a little bit too nervous, get stiff, and probably fold and lose as soon as Ortiz caught him with a big punch. Um, that was not the case, and it was very apparent after the first round, that you saw no quit in this guy. And as soon as I saw that first round end, and Lopez walked back to his corner and he was like, "Yo, this is a fight. Let's go." I was like, "Oh shit, this is going to be a fight." That's exactly what I said. As I was by myself watching the fight on my TV, and I was by myself and I had nobody around to further, talking and distracting me from the fight. And as soon as that first round ended, my reaction was, "Oh shit, this is gonna be a good fight." And it didn't disappoint. The fight was great. I would like to say that as far as scoring goes, I have seen the fight now 2 times, because the first time I was jumping around screaming at the TV because it was a really good fight, and I had to sit back on the second time and watch the fight again. I had the fight scored 1 to 2 rounds above for Ortiz. Um, Depending on what you wanted in one or two of the fights, you could score either way. Um, I don't think any of the two fighters were winning by 3 or more rounds. You know, you could debate a couple of the rounds. Um, I could see even 3 rounds for Ortiz up, but I can't, like, and giving 3 rounds to Ortiz is really, like, pushing it in my eyes. If I would have scored the fight, I probably have it one round up for Ortiz, 2 rounds up for Ortiz, not more than that. So the fight was still on the table. It's not like it was done. Whoever won the remaining of the rounds would probably be the winner of the fight. Um, at first, my first initial reaction, as soon as Ortiz, um, it was announced that Ortiz lost the fight, and we didn't know what happened. I mean, after from the seventh round on, my father and my brother came in, and were watching the fight with me, because I told them, "Hey, yo, guys, this is a really good fight." So they came in, they were seeing the fight, and you know, it was really. We didn't know what happened at the end of the fight. It was like Josecito won, and we're like, what the hell happened? I mean, what's happening? What's going on? I mean, this fight's not over. And then they gave the explanation. At first, I thought like, oh my god, man, did Ortiz quit? Um, and all types of things ran through my mind, and I was like, did he quit? um, and I have mixed feelings about the stoppage. I mean, do I believe he quit? To a certain degree, he did. Was it justified that he quit? To a certain degree, it was justified that he quit. Um, what happened in the fight was Josecito came in knowing this was his once in a lifetime thing, and he was not willing to let it go. And from what I've seen from Ortiz, if you hit him, if you stand your ground against him, you are gonna break him down. He breaks down mentally. Now, breaking down mentally when you're healthy still is one thing. Breaking down mentally when you have a broken jaw, I mean, bam, you know. Josecito took ownership of that fight. Even when he lost rounds, because there were a couple of rounds where he lost big. Um, Even those rounds where he lost big, he's always like that focus that it's my fight. I'm confident in my conditioning. As the longer the fight goes, the better it's going to be for him. And you know, it was his night. He snatched Ortiz as well. If Ortiz would have got the same broken jaw, but he was completely in control of the fight, and he was not getting hit that much, and his confidence level was up, and Lopez would have been the one that was, just there to survive. I'm pretty sure Ortiz would have kept fighting on. That's what I think. But what made Ortiz quit, on top of the broken jaw, was the fact that Josecito was like, "Come on, let's fight. Let's fight. You want to go? Let's fight." And every time Josecito got hit, and he hit Ortiz back, and they got into an exchange. Josecito would stand every time that he stood up and was like, "You know what? Let's go. You want to fight? Let's go." Every time he'd do that, you'd see Ortiz back away. You could say, "Okay, well, that's just being smart. He's not getting lured into something." But being smart is one thing. Um, Backing away because somebody is showing you that they're not scared, that intimidation factor was playing a lot into that Ortiz backing away when Josecito stood his ground. um, wow, man, what a great fight. I will say this: you can call Ortiz a quitter. I called him a quitter when he quit against Maidana. That was a completely different situation. He was still healthy. He was arguably winning the fight, and he quit. He was still healthy. He quit because he didn't want any more of that. In this fight, broken jaw. I mean, it's kind of hard, man. I will say this: I don't think you can call Ortiz a quitter this time around as much as you could before, because this time he had a legitimate broken jaw. Everybody say, "Well, so I would have kept fighting with a broken jaw." No, no. It takes a specific type of individual, a legend, to keep fighting with a broken jaw. Okay, if you keep fighting with a broken jaw and you win or you lose, but you still keep fighting with a broken jaw, you are a unique individual. Not everybody is cut from the same cloth, and I'm pretty sure that 90% of boxers today, with if that would have been 90% of boxers that got a broken jaw, I'm pretty sure 90% of them would have quit right then and there. Um, so, I mean, you can call Ortiz a quitter, which is kind of justified because he was winning the fight, and he could have possibly, stuck in there. Let me tell you something right away. If Victor Ortiz would have gotten a broken jaw and kept fighting and won the fight, or maybe even lost the fight, but still kept fighting through a broken jaw, you could just automatically delete everything that has been said about his heart. But he didn't, and that's where things fall back into whole he quit. I see it as he did quit under justified terms. I mean, that's basically it. Um, what I didn't like about after the fight, man, I mean, when Ortiz was, I mean, everybody that walks into the ring deserves some type of respect, okay? I call some fighters bitches because I'm upset at them how they act or decisions they make. For example, Khan in the ring when he's fighting, he goes to fight. There's no taking away from that. Whether he has the skills that I think he should have, um, or relevant to that, I mean, he lacks some serious skills. He has some big flaws in his game, and on top of that, when things don't go his way, he's a little bitch. You cannot, I mean, take that away from him. He moans and complains and cries about how things didn't go his way, and that's bitch like behavior. I mean, if you didn't agree, good fight. I think it didn't go my way. Like I think it was a little bit um, uneven or unfair for me, but he fought his heart out. I'll be looking forward to a rematch. That's it. Anyway, things like that. Things like not fighting people in their own weight class and sticking to little people. That's the type of thing I see as bitch behavior. But you know, um, I don't think they should be, because of the situation that happened with Ortiz. I don't think he should be knocked too hard on it. And see him walk back to the dressing room, and people throwing garbage and food and stuff and junk at him while he was walking into the locker room is not justified, man. This guy gave a great fight, and you can't take away that away from him. And you know, I didn't feel comfortable with that. I mean, I felt sorry for him because he came out to give a good fight. It didn't go his way, and you don't deserve to be humiliated by people throwing junk at you like that. Because I'm pretty sure that 100% of the people in the arena that were throwing and booing him would have sat down as soon as they got hit with a good punch and not wanted to continue. Um, what can I say? Great upset, great fight. Um, Fight of the year, in my eyes. Um, and I hope Ortiz gets better. I mean, there's not much more to say. Great, great, great fight. And I hope we get a lot more of these, regardless of the outcome, regardless if it stops good fights further along the line. We need upsets. That's what boxing is all about. So, thank you for watching. If you like my videos, subscribe.